Hey everyone, it's Riley and welcome back to my channel for probably my favorite video of the year. It is time to set up my bullet journal for 2023. So for my beginning of the year setup, I try to keep it really simple and minimal. I'm going to use some color today, but I won't be using tons of like fancy supplies or doing anything intense. If you do want to know what kind of supplies I'm using, I will have links to all of them down below along with discount codes. And yeah, if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing and do comment down below. Let me know what kinds of spreads you like to use at the beginning of the year in your journal. I know I use different ones than many people do. I actually did a video a few weeks ago, I'm going to link that right up here, setting up a journal for my sister-in-law to use at the beginning of the year, and she requested completely different yearly spreads than I ever use in my journal. So let me know down below which ones you like to use. If there are new ones that you see in this video today that you like, I'd love to hear that too. And let's get into the planning. So I'm actually setting up for 2023 in the journal that I've been using for the last half of 2022, which is this green kite design that launched a while ago, but I will be moving into one of these new journals. They come in a few colors. You can see the different colors up on the screen. And basically they are available for pre-order, but I don't actually have them here yet. So that's why I haven't moved into mine, but they come both with like fully designed planner pages, like the one that you see here, black and white, you color it in. They also come with just like, or as just plain doc grid journals, 160 GSM, 192 pages, this little airplane design on the front. And so I will be moving into that one very soon. And yeah, I posted a video just last week flipping through that whole planner, talking about the different features and stuff. And actually I'm running a giveaway right now where if you purchase a journal, you'll be entered to win one of your journals free. So however many journals you order, you get that many entries into the giveaway, and I'm going to be choosing 3 winners. That ends on December 9th. So head to the description box if you want links to those journals, because I'll have all of that down in there, as well as of course all of my other supplies will be linked there as well. So as you can tell, I went with an airplane theme because of the cover of my new journal. I just got really excited about it, so I decided to make the little inner theme match the cover there. And this is also a really, really easy design to do. You may not be able to tell on camera exactly how to put the airplanes together, but I like years ago just searched on Pinterest like airplane doodle or paper airplane doodle, and I've been following that strategy ever since. So I'm going to link that post down below where I actually just like learned how to quickly doodle an airplane. And the most difficult thing about this theme is just the calligraphy if you're not used to doing calligraphy. But aside from that, it's really quite simple. And if you are used to doing calligraphy, this will come together very quickly. Watch me notice my mistake. I had such a hard time for some reason spacing out the different colors properly so that I would get like an even amount of each color on each page. So I'm going to do that again later in the video, see if you can catch that one. So this right here is my future log. And I'm using my stamps right now from Paperwrld to write out the title. And I'm just kind of making it follow this little track that the paper airplane is flying and just adding that little doodle there. And the colors that I used for this video are Tombow dual tip brush pens plus one of the Zig brushable markers. So the sort of peachy one is Zig brushable in color Fawn, and then the green is Tombow 228, the blue is Tombow N52, and that sort of orangish yellowish color is Tombow 026. And the one that I'm using right now for all the boxes is Tombow N89. And again, those will be linked down with discount codes in the description box. So this future log is very simple, very straightforward. I am just using a Tombow Fudenosuke to write the different monthly headings in. I like to just write the first 3 letters of each month so that all of the months kind of look balanced. You know, some of them aren't super long while others are really short. They're all just kind of balanced on the page. And excuse the top of my head, I lean so close to the paper whenever I'm drawing and writing in a bullet journal, and I try not to do that while I'm filming, but as you can tell, sometimes I kind of forget about it, so it's just there. So there's my future log. Moving on to the next page. This page is going to look exactly like my future log, and it's called my monthly goals page, and I don't really think that goals is the right word, but I don't know what else to call it. So this is just kind of a place where I like to write down kind of plans, targets, things that I hope to do in the coming months. So for example, when I was launching those like planners and bullet journals that I just talked about, I had 1 month where I wanted to order a sample by this time, finish the inner design by this month, that kind of thing. So I just mapped that all out on this page here. And I like to have all 12 months of the year for both my future log and my monthly goals, even though I know that I am probably only going to fit the first 5 or 6 months of the year in this journal. I just like to have it all in there so that I can see the whole year at a glance and know kind of what's coming up. So this page here, I'm going back to the calligraphy, and I'm just alternating between all those 4 colors that I'm using for my theme, which I know you could like use a blending brush and make them all kind of flow into one another, but I kind of like the look of just like the stark contrast from one color to the next. So I decided to stick with that. And if you like lettering like this and themes like this, I am hoping to do some kind of calligraphy, like teaching, some sort of tutorial in the new year. I'm not sure yet whether that's going to be through YouTube videos or little like workbooks that you can print out or use on an iPad, or if it'll be more like online course format, but I'm so open to just your suggestions of what you might like for that calligraphy tutorial. So let me know down below. This is my When Did I Last page here. And I like to do this on 2 pages because one side has my tasks, which is like get an oil change, get my wedding ring cleaned, change out my toothbrush, stuff like that. And one side is specifically for cleaning. So things like, you know, wiping or cleaning the windows, wiping down the baseboards, cleaning tasks that I don't regularly do. Those are the kinds of things that go here. And then I just have the first 6 months of the year so that I can just kind of draw a hollow circle in the months where I want to do that task. And then once I actually do it, I just fill the circle in. If I don't do it that month, I'll cross the circle out and move it to the next one. So that's how I use this page here. And I kind of start my yearly spreads with the pages that I know are going to be visited the most frequently. So my future log is always like my most used page. Next comes my monthly goals, because I use that to plan out all of my monthly and weekly tasks. And next is my When Did I Last page. I flip to this at the beginning of every month so that I know what kinds of cleaning tasks and other tasks need to be done that month. So moving on here, I'm going back to the heading style that I used for my future log and my monthly goals. So again, I've got my stamps from Paperwrld. I love these stamps because they have both lowercase letters, capital letters, numbers, symbols. They've really just got everything that I need. I personally like the lowercase letters the most. I use these ones all the time. So if you're looking for just a good stamp set, I would definitely recommend those. You can find them linked below. And the page that I'm working on right now is called my waiting on page. So this is basically things that I've ordered or things that are being sent to me, just to kind of track the status so I don't forget about that. So on the left, I've got a spot for item. So sometimes I'll just write down like what shop it's from if I ordered multiple items. And then my little key to the side, if you can't tell, there's a down arrow and then a camera and then a check mark. So just to symbolize that it first of all arrived here, that I filmed or took pictures with it if I needed to use it for content. And then the check mark is just that I'm done. I've posted whatever needs to be posted. So things that I order for myself personally, I just cross out those last 2 columns. Now the next page here, again, I don't know how, but I made a mistake using the like sort of yellowish orangish color 3 times on this page and never using the peach. I don't know how I managed to mess that one up, but I don't really care. I just kind of go with it. And this is my stats page, and I've done one of these every year, but it has changed so much, and I'm really excited about how this one looks. I just feel like it's really cute and it's gonna work well for me. So I've got a spot for the first 6 months of the year because again, I'm only anticipating that this journal will last me 6 months. And I have the little logo for YouTube, Instagram, and then TikTok. I have totally dropped the ball with TikTok for like the past at least 6 months. And I think I might try doing more TikToks. I'm not quite sure, but I decided to include it in here just in case. So this is just a place to track my growth on each platform. And then the box on the bottom is going to have like kind of things that I want to do to increase that growth. So one month I might set myself a challenge of posting like 1 reel every few days or something like that. I'm not totally sure yet, but that's what the box underneath the stats is for. This page here is going to be all about my YouTube channel. So I have done pages kind of like this in the past and I never really use them, but this layout I think is really going to work for me. So I'm doing like a little box for each of the first 6 months of the year, and I'm just using all the different colors that I have to draw out those headings. And yeah, this is just a really simple way to set up the page. I find the more black pen I use in the setup, the longer it takes. You know, if you're drawing everything out with pencil and then pen and then coloring it, it just takes so much longer than going straight in with marker and just kind of using the markers to draw every aspect of the theme. I really like doing that. It makes it really quick. I set up a fair amount of pages here. I haven't actually counted how many, but it took me less than an hour to do this whole thing. Which is really important to me. I want my bullet journal to be functional, and as much as I love it to be like cute and artsy, that's not like my main priority. So as you're watching this video and other videos on my channel, my goal is never to have like the most out there, creative, like complex bullet journal themes. It's to have the themes that are the fastest, the easiest, like just the most possible for as many people as possible to recreate. So that's kind of the purpose of these bullet journal videos here on my channel. Is I hope that there's something that you like and that you can use in your own life that's not going to, you know, require you to spend a bunch of time or a bunch of money, and you can just kind of do it wherever you're at. So moving on here, I've got kind of a page dedicated to food, and this is something that I've never done in my journal before, and I really don't know how much use this page is going to get. I feel like I'll either use it all the time or not at all, so we'll find out. But on the left here, I have a recipe bingo page, and I've done bingo spreads before in custom journals, but never in my own. I'm going to link a video here that used a bunch of bingo spreads. This was probably one of the most fun custom journals I've ever made because she had so many cool just like ideas for different pages and collections. A lot of them were kind of bingo style. And then on the other side of the page, I have a go-to meals page. So the bingo page you would use probably exactly as you're picturing it. You just write a bunch of different recipes in these boxes, and then you try to get a blackout throughout these 6 months that I'm using my journal. So every time I actually make one of those meals, I'll just color in the box. And over to the other side, this is my go-to meals page. Sometimes I just forget what kinds of options I have, so I like to have a list of meals that are really quick and easy to make, and then a list of meals that we really like, but they do take a bit more time. So let's do a flip through here. We've got our Hello 2023 title page, a really simple future log. Then we've got the monthly goals page, which I set up just like a future log, but it's more for my personal plans and aims. Then I have my when did I last spread. Then we've got the waiting on page for tracking packages and my sort of social media stats, my YouTube planning spread where I can write out all of my different videos and the progress that I'm making on them. And finally, I have my food related page. Thank you all so much for joining me to set up a new year in this bullet journal. Don't forget to head to the description if you want links to any of the products that I used in today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the new year for some more planning content.